The button has been pressed.
Alright.
Alright. So, this is a solo session for Argyle. And,
Indeed.
Yank. This is your surprise entrance, not so surprise entrance into Argyle. Um,
It's a surprise for Akari.
yeah, for the one guy, Hikari, who actually watches our stuff.
And the other mic, I guess.
Uh, the uh, the other Mike doesn't really. I haven't seen him
Actually,
around in a while.
did they even get? Did they even guess that? Oh yeah, no, you already said that. I'm in Argyle, never mind. I was about to say, does anyone know? Yeah, well, they do now.
Alrighty, so
Alright.
we are going to get right into the action, as the camera is on a little training ring in the dirt, um, behind a nice little like tropical looking cottage, in the mountains, surrounded by in a very large village, seemingly in some mountains and desert stretching around, as two figures are standing in this dirt circle. One of them is Yank. Why don't you describe your character?
Alright. This is was this like 1 year or 2 years before
This
like when they showed?
was this is around a year and a half,
So
or
yeah,
like a
it's around.
year and like a week or two.
Yeah, so I think it's like around 14-ish, like a short young lad. Uh, like underneath like okay, yeah. A short like around 14-year-old lad by this point. Red hair that like ruby red hair that's like all messy and like barely combed. Nice little pair of glasses, tan. So surprise, surprise. And he's kind of wearing like a bit of like an oversized lab coat in sweltering desert. So underneath said lab coat, he is wearing like desert appropriate attire, and he is currently wielding a what seems to be like a sword hilt that's generating like some sort of I guess like electrical blade.
Yeah, it's a mixture of like light and like just plasma, light, electricity, kind of
Yeah,
like just a lightsaber.
yeah, basically.
And over on the other side of the arena is an older man in around his mid to late 30s, with a large black pompadour, which in the back seems to like has seemingly been gelled solid into like some spiky hair in the back, wearing some very flashy pointed glasses, that seemingly have no like what are they called, limbs, that the things that go over your ears,
Yeah.
um, and has a bandage over his nose and a scar on his cheek, wearing a bright red like biker coat, and with a huge smile on his face as he too holds his own like laser sword. And while yours looks more like a katana than actual like curved blade and like an actual more thin blade, his looks more just like a metal rod with like a pointed tip. um it's still like the laser sword, but it's just like a rounded like rod with a pointed tip, something as if like it was just like a metal stake that was turned into plasma. All right,
Generation, no different.
all right, Steph, how would you let that burning spirit? Let me have it, huh? Let me have it.
Uh, uh, okay.
As he as he like holds the blade in front of him in a blocking motion, and I want you to roll initiative for me.
Initiative. Alright. On that. Roebuck. That. What was that? Hold on.
It's not quite the voice I wanna use for this guy. Just on the spot, I did a voice. Let me see. This book is sometimes like super hard to find stuff in. Let me see.
Okay.
Skill checks, skill thresholds. Okay. Initiate. This would be initiate, not a react. Willpower plus perception. Working up the nerve to attack first.
Yeah, right. So yeah, and just 2d10, right?
Yes. 2d10.
2d10 plus 5 in his case. 19. And plus 5, 24.
24?
Yes. Surprisingly lucky. Red. Red or wait. Let me see. Lost again. Red or orange. Let's see what he's feeling today.
Well, no, that's not exactly how that works. It's only the ranged increment that actually matters what you load beforehand.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, whenever you use a crystal effect, that would be like the blade changing color.
I see.
This little sparring session is basically a short little tutorial.
Testing this out. That's fine. That's fine. That, and that.
And
Yeah, somewhere between these two.
post your initiative.
All right. Question mark. Ah. 19. Jesus Christ, this man is fast.
He's a professional huntsman.
He's so fast.
Is that what it actually looks like, or is that just like an equivalent?
That's the. It's more just like
Oh, just more
like
no more heroes type.
Yeah, it's like more the stances they're assuming.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like just like a dirt arena that's been like flat and smooth and like has like a rope around it. As you would know this man as Daz Quicksilver, the professional huntsman, and the person you've been living with for the past 15 years by this point.
Yeah. Actually, because if he's like 14, 15-ish now, it's more like 10 years. More like 10 years.
Yeah, around there.
10, 11.
And as he is going to pass his turn, it's like, all right, now just try hitting me with that melee attack, huh? I'm trying to do a Travis voice. I need to have more gravel and more chill to it, but also being really enthusiastic.
Yeah. No way. Okay. Yeah,
just try hitting me with a melee attack, huh?
Mm-hmm. And I can see, melee attack 7.
Grasp child firmly for a command grab.
Command grab. Alright, 14. 14 plus 7. 21 to hit.
You got a 21?
Yes.
Yeah. So what form of Gardenia are you using?
I'm assuming he's using the base form, so he's using
Gardenia Full Bloom?
Yeah, Full Bloom.
Alrighty. And describe how you'd like to do this.
Alright.
It's all about that flavor.
Yeah. So like it's just like a flat dirt arena. Like there's nothing like no trees or like pillars.
Yeah. Nah.
All right, and I imagine.
There's like a palm tree at the far end, but you guys like in the center, and that's kind of a ways away. It'd be like
Yeah,
it'd be a bit of a run.
yeah. So I guess he like charges forward. Oh wait, yeah. He basically like runs forward towards Daz, but like just as like Daz like preps himself for his hit, he like jumps over him and attempts to like slash at his back.
Um, as he tries and slash over his back, he just like holds up the he holds the. Why is not looping? Did the OSC
Yeah,
not loop?
hold on. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, stop that! Stop. Wrong. Okay, hold on. I have a better number here.
Man,
Team.
one thing with that, you killed him. You killed Probot.
To kill.
One session without Lemon, and this is what we'd evolve into.
No. This is already terrible. Wait, hold on. What? Okay,
There's something.
thing. Uh, uh, there you go. There you go.
As you sort of try and do a slash, you try to jump over and do a slash at his back midair, as he just pulls the blade behind him and just like covers back as if it's like, you know, like the back sheathing like motion.
Yeah.
As he just holds it there, and it just as like you hear like the beams clash and go as electricity and plasma clashes, and he just sort of spins around to meet you as you land. Nice, that's a good one. Now, just remember, you gotta be cool about it. A good huntsman never, ever, and I mean never, acts uncool during a fight.
Mm.
It's all about
Okay.
those style points. That's how you get famous like me.
Not really sure what being famous has to do with it.
Ah, come on, chicks dig it. You'll learn when you're older.
Uh,
And besides, we're not getting famous for anybody else. We're getting famous for ourselves. The only reason why I do these cool moves is because I think they're cool. What are the Grim gonna do? Stand there in shock and awe?
probably. They're not really that smart.
Now remember, you can act multiple times within quick succession to catch people off guard. Make sure to pace out your movements and keep them quick so you don't falter mid-combat. But also make sure to leave some openings for, you know, other huntsmen such as myself or any teammates you might have. But right now it's just me and you, so come on. Why don't you hit me with a ranged attack?
Yeah, right. He's gonna do as he's told.
Describe how your weapon changes forms.
All right.
You
kind of
you can
like
change forms as a free action. I don't believe alternate form actually gives a it doesn't really it doesn't say that it like that you need to take like a minor action to change between alternate forms. It's just that you can change that you just take a weapon specialization upon level up, and then you get a additional melee range style that you can use.
I see.
So you can change it at will. Let me just fact check that. Alternate form. Okay, by holding back, when using the alternate form, they receive a bonus damage equal to the accuracy penalty compared to their primary weapon form. Yeah, so there's no limit to how many times you can change it. Yeah, so describe how the weapon changes.
Yeah. So kind of like following what Daz has said, he kind of adds a little bit of flair to it as he deactivates the blade on his katana and it like dissipates. He kind of does like a cowboy like a spin, but with a blade in his fingers.
Yeah, I get you.
Before it,
Because
like,
it is
suddenly,
kind of just like a handheld, sort of like kind of like just like a sword hilt, kind of like a lightsaber handle, but like cooler and like more katana oriented. So it's kind of just like a handle in your hand, so you could totally just spin that.
Yeah. So he basically like twirls as it suddenly extends and almost bends a bit into like the curve of a bow before another beam of light kind of like forms like a solid like a hard like construct that forms the string of the bow, and right in the center as he places his fingers, a hard light arrow forms as he takes aim. All right, and he is going to fire, and then combat information, range attack 8. Okay. Yeah. All right, another 19. Nice. So then 19 plus 8, 27.
27.
Yeah.
So describe. You're just trying to hit him.
Yeah. So he's kind of like going to like try to strafe around Daz before kind of like I'm trying to describe like those like a cartwheel, like he kind of like jumps up and does like a cartwheel in air while he does like a trick shot and fires.
Ooh. Yeah, as you shoot it, and he just ting, and just like slices it with the blade, and it just split, and the plasma just splinters. Nice, adding those acrobatics to it. Yeah. Remember to stay mobile when you're a huntsman. Grim are pretty fast, but you gotta be faster, and you gotta be tricky about it. Grim ain't exactly gonna do cartwheels in the middle of combat. But you can. Now, remember that, oh yeah, kinda like Silver trailer there. That's still a great trailer.
It's really good.
It's just one dude doing it too. Now remember, mobility's key for being a huntsman. And, movement. Huntsman can run it pretty fast, so... but, if you're ever trying to cover long distances, it might take a little bit. Like this arena here. In the midst of combat, it might take a little bit longer to travel the whole span of the arena. But just to, halfway, only might take, a good couple of seconds. Yeah, because you still have a minor action, because you haven't moved. Minor actions you can move, reload, or object interaction.
Alright.
And if you have to take one minor action, and the other two can be major actions, or you can substitute for a minor action to another minor action to reload. You can do that as a minor action. I forgot to mention that. If you want to reload again, for whatever reason, like if you spend a lot of capacity on one attack, and then you just want to, you reload, you capacity boost it, and then you want to reload again to maybe swap out another dust type, you can do that. Also moving again, you can move a movement space on a major action by converting it into a minor action. Alrighty. And then, that is the pass for initiative, unless you have a minor action. You're currently within adjacent range to Daz here, unless you want to move out to close range.
I think we'll stay at a distance.
He's going to stay at current adjacent range?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Alright, now I'm going to try attacking you. Just make sure to keep your guard nice and squared off. The whole thing. I'm not going to hit you too hard. I'm going to hold back a bit. But I want you to give it your all, alright? And remember, you can deflect attacks with multiple different deflection methods. You can simply dodge it, or you can try and power through the attack and even get your own little hit in afterwards. Yeah, so he's going to try and attack you. I want you to roll a defense test with whatever defense style you would like.
I think just for the style, he's gonna use his semblance.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, because there's parry, dodge, resist, semblance, and dust.
Yeah. Ooh, but he got his.
Semblance is willpower plus perception.
Willpower plus perception. Yeah, so that's 5. Yeah, And unfortunately, he got a 6 on that roll, so it's 11.
You got an 11. How are
Yeah.
you trying to dodge with this, with your semblance?
He's, I mean, he's more trying to take the hit, like tank the hit. Like he's gonna uh temporarily overclock his own muscles to try toughen them up.
So basically, you're blocking with your blade, and then using your semblance to like empower that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah. As he takes a big swing at you and brings the blade down upon yours, as using your semblance, as you see your aura start to flow wildly around you, as you seem to feel empowered. As the blades grind against each other. Ah, there you go. I didn't have to teach you how to use your semblance. And he steps back. Now, Grim and other huntsmen are gonna hit way harder than I am. This is just, a little practice just to show you the ropes. Just, a little refresher course.
Alright.
Even I can hit harder than that. Now, I want you to start using dust. Alright, so, whichever dust kind you want to use, I want you to put it in your blade form. And then try hitting me with it.
Alright. Sounds good enough.
Pick whichever one you'd like. We can use the ranged versions and then just standard dust after this.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna use orange dust as electricity, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna use orange dust and make a ranged attack, I guess. So yeah, make a ranged attack.
No. So, you're doing orange dust? Okay,
So okay. Power.
You're using the crystals?
Oh yeah.
Crystals are melee, rounds are ranged attacks.
I see.
Vials are
Area they create a
yes,
effect.
they're like the purest kind where you just do it itself.
Yeah.
The vial effect is that you can power down or overload electrical systems or wipe electronic memory. Meanwhile, a crystal is going to make lightning arc from one target to another. And if there's another enemy within adjacent range of the current target that you're attacking, they take with a defense threshold of equal or lower, they take 1d6 damage plus roll cool.
I see. Then I guess we'll use a crystal instead and temporarily infuse his blade with orange dust and going for another slash.
Yeah, so you just slot in another orange dust crystal into the hilt.
Yeah.
Yeah, as the blade seemingly glows, seemingly changes color to a more yellowish orange as lightning begins sparking along the blade, which it was there before, but it was more energy than before, and now it's more sparking with electricity. Nice. Now, try attacking me with it.
And he's going to do it. Oh yeah, do I roll this? So do I roll this one with willpower, or then make it a melee attack roll?
Okay, so arc crystals, that is let me check something quick. Can choose that. Dust crystals and rounds consume one additional capacity to the amount of capacity used during the attacker action. So if you would
current capacity lower
to look at this, you have energy conservation. They use one less capacity, so you don't use a capacity on your normal range attacks. So you would just take one capacity by using this. Reloading reloads your capacity. So energy weapons, their big buff in this case is that they just don't burn through capacity. Really? At all? unless you're doing something like this. But if you're making a melee attack, then it doesn't matter. It's only even ranged. Alrighty.
Alright.
And so you just make a normal melee attack, but now if you succeed, then those effects are added. I mean, it's not even if you succeed, because certain dust types increase, stuff before there. Like thrown melee weapons can return to the character's hand with wind dust.
I see. Alright. It looks like you got another 6 plus 7. 13.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah.
As describe how you do it. It's all about the flavor. You need to make it cool. Be dynamic, Instead of just saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna put an orange dust crystal in there," say, "Yeah, Steph slides a dust crystal into the hilt as the blade glows like orangish yellow, and then lightning comes off it." You just you just do stuff like that.
Yeah, so kind of like
you'll get the hang of it.
So kind of like draws his blade into like a sheathing motion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before from under his sleeve, an electric dust crystal slides out of his sleeve, and he quickly jams it into the hilt, and then he charges forward and does a drawing motion as it's infused with electricity, and he makes a slash.
Nice. So you're just making a slash towards him.
Yeah, he's doing the jet stream Sam draw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice. Yeah, this recording is gonna be weird because it's both an introduction to the character and just a solo session,
tutorial.
But also it's a tutorial for you of how to play the system.
Yeah.
Because it's so you haven't seen the system at all before this, have you?
Yeah, I have read bits and pieces of the book.
Yeah, so this is just I can't exactly explain all of it because that's just a Herculean task.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna tell you the basics, and then anything else that would come up will just come up in the session, and we'll be able to all tell you.
Yeah.
As you slash forward as he flips the blade around reverse grip and just holds it, because I'm assuming the slash is going from low because it's by your hip.
Yeah.
As he just blocks it. Yeah, there you go. As a bit of lightning shoots off of the clashing plasma blades and just fires into the dust next to him, and just a scorch mark appears. Whoa! You gotta be careful with that sometimes.
Yeah, sorry.
Nah, don't apologize. No harm done. I'm just telling you. You're doing great, buddy. As he flips around the blade. Now, let's move on to the files. And he reaches into his pocket with his other hand, and he pulls out a vial of dust, and he just tosses it over to you. And you see that it is it's wind dust, green wind dust. Now, once you try scattering that around, really focus your aura into using it. Vials have their own unique roles, such as a yellow vial with earth is going to be strength plus discipline. Meanwhile, green is going to be an agility plus discipline. It's all going to be discipline because discipline is the go-to dust
it's
roll.
a dust stat.
But the first stat is all going to depend on what kind you're using.
Right.
For green, it's going to be agility plus discipline.
Right.
And then whatever effect you're trying to accomplish, then I would set a threshold. There are some examples, an average is just create a strong directional wind. Meanwhile, a challenging one is going to be a whirlwind, and an amazing roll would be a shockwave.
I see.
Yeah, and it's usually in the book there is standard thresholds for each, like a standard amazing or a standard amazing or challenging.
I see. What would the standard one be?
Let's see. Average is 15.
Hmm.
Challenge is 20. 25 is amazing. 30 is superhuman. 35 is legendary. 40 is impossible.
Yeah, right.
10 is simple, which is even below average.
Yeah.
It's
Like
like simple is literally like basically like reflexes, muscle memory type stuff.
yeah.
Average is average. Impossible. 40 and above is, it's possible. It's just like it's flavored as the very fabric of reality moves aside for the huntsman. As we get higher and higher in dice pools, I might that probably won't apply. As you guys might just go over that sort of threshold by the end.
Surpass the limit.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, just to make a basic roll. All right. Yeah. That. Then it was. Yeah, it was discipline plus agility.
Mhm.
Okay. It's 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 14. 22.
Got 22.
Yeah.
Alrighty. As what effect are you trying to accomplish?
I guess he's trying to make like a strong current of wind like from him to Daz in order to like help his arrows fly more accurately.
Alright, yeah. As you scatter the dust to the wind above you and channel your aura through it, as the dust activates and wind from behind you, a tailwind starts going towards you, towards Daz from you. The wind hits your back, and you see the dust start to pick up and fly towards his direction as he just waves his hand and goes, ha. Oh, now you're getting the hang of it.
All right.
Alright, and of course, rounds are going to be pretty similar, but, just range attacks.
Yeah.
Make sure to study up on each of the dust types, see exactly what each one does. I never really bothered looking at the notes myself, but I mean, if you're going to school soon, then.
Yeah.
Alright. Training wheels are off. Now, let's actually duel, huh? As he spins the blade around.
All right. It's time. Tutorial is over. All right. Okay. So whose turn is it now?
Let's just redo the initiative.
All
We'll
right.
use the same numbers that we had before, but starting from the top. As it's
Okay.
Daz's turn. As he's going to run forward and do a big stab straight to your center of mass.
I'm gonna use. He's gonna use like the dust defense style, and so remember that strong current?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to like run towards Daz and basically like slide under him using like the current kind of a system, and like duck under his swing. All right. So yeah, roll. Oh god.
So you're using just a dodge?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, basically using like the dust effect to help him dodge, which won't really help him because he just got a 6, so it's a 13. He keeps getting 6s.
You got a 13.
Yeah.
As he just makes a wild swing. Ooh. Oh, you dodged that one. Ah, you're getting better at this. Alright, as he rolls his shoulder. I have to step up the notch a little bit. As he's going to make his second major action, and is going to, as you go under his legs, as he just spins around really quick and does like a low sweep under you. Because like you're pretty low to the ground, alright. Like I assume like you go from like a slide, like a crouching position behind him, as he just immediately spins around and tries hitting you.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah. Okay, so I guess he's gonna try and... He's gonna try using the semblance to enhance himself again to take it this time.
Alrighty. Also, whenever you parry an attack, you're immediately able to deal damage back.
Yeah.
And if you ever do a resist and you fail, instead of taking the normal aura damage, you can take 1 direct health damage.
I see. It's basically the same, so yeah, so we'll use resist then. Alright, so, okay.
You can also,
okay,
whenever you are, I'm trying to see, I forget what it exactly is labeled as, but you're able to spend resources in order to empower. When after rolling a semblance check, you may choose to empower your semblance by reducing your aura by 1 point to temporarily increase the dice per that check by 1d10. I believe that is only for whenever you roll semblance and not whenever you use a semblance defense check.
Alright, so like spend the point of aura to add another d10 to the roll?
Yes, that's only for actual
Only
tests, not defense checks. That's only for actual
I see.
actual semblance rolls. So if you wanted to like really boost your semblance and like get way more dice, then you could spend capacity, spend aura, one of aura to enhance it, and then you gain an additional 1d10 on top of anything else that you already have.
Yeah, but can't do it here. Good.
Yep.
Not for a defense action. And quite unfortunate because he got another 6, so that's 6 plus 5. 6 plus 5, 11.
You got an 11?
Yeah.
As he sweeps and hits you in the side, as your aura takes it, of course. And you take 4 damage. 4 aura damage.
E. 7. Alright. Steph is going to... Yeah, the weapon style... I think... Okay, wait, so what was it to roll like aggressive style?
What'd you say?
What's like the
Your sound like you're in a tunnel.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Alright. What was the pool for aggressive style?
For aggressive style?
Yeah.
It should be under there. Let me just check. I have to like actually search by.
I
like by word in the book because it's just, it's really weirdly set up.
Yeah.
Aggressive strength plus endurance.
Alright. DR plus endurance, and yeah, you know, like.
Are you changing form to
Yeah.
Alrighty, and then describe how you change the form then as well whenever you do this attack.
Alright. Suddenly, Steph changes fighting stances as the blade kind of juts out 3 more segments before expanding into a large, almost greatsword form. As it's now 3 blades on a hill, and it somehow weighs a little bit more.
Alrighty.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, he's going to roll. Is it also possible for him to roll semblance?
No, since you already did. So, How many actions have you taken already? So, you just took the attack. So you have 2 major actions.
Yeah.
Currently, you would have to do the semblance roll first. Which, if you just want to do the semblance roll now, Before then, you could use your semblance effect and then do the attack. You'd just be, re-roll everything because with the semblance. You would just
Yeah.
have to actually spend the major action to use your semblance.
All right. But would it be possible to would he still get the boost from it next turn?
What do you mean?
Because basically my plan is he's going to move his discipline to his strength to up aggressive style before attacking again.
So
Yeah, so he's like taking a turn to switch forms, and then he's going to take another
no,
action to.
it's free to switch forms.
Okay.
Yeah, switching forms is completely free.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless I'm doing something wrong, but it's no fun.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what you would be able to do in this scenario, for what you're doing here, is you would be able to spend a major action to activate your semblance, and then immediately after that, you could use a major action to attack.
All right, then yeah. Then we'll do that then. All right. So it is instead of 1 plus 4, it is now 7 plus 4. So yeah, 11 for this next roll.
Yeah, and then describe how you activate your semblance and then how you attack.
Yeah.
Make sure to be flashy. Build up that roller cool. Currently a roller cool
Yeah.
level 0.
Yeah, so his aura level increases as his muscles start to tense, and he doesn't grow as big, but there's a noticeable bulk up as he.
Also, your aura does the thing where it looks like it's just writhing.
Yeah, and he's gonna basically spring toward him previously while he was running towards Daz. Now he's full on jumping, he's lunging at Daz as he swings his katana like a great sword now.
Mm-hmm. It is split into the 4 different beams as as the blade just sort of folds out.
Yeah, and this time we got a 16. So 16 plus 11 is 27.
27.
Yes.
Alright. A 27. And... yeah. Considering this is the held back version, then, yeah. As, describe how you clock this man. How you hit him.
Yeah. So basically he goes full unga bunga and swings his katana more like a greatsword or like a club as he goes for a side side attack, a side swing, two-handed.
Yeah, as it just sort of strikes in the side, says ah, and you see his aura, a sort of dull maroon color, as it's like oh you're getting pretty good. As he sort of spins the blade in his hand, and he's like, but you forgot one thing. The element of surprise, and he jumps forward, just finishing his sentence really quickly, with sort of a lunge as a stab goes right for your leg.
All right, he's going to take it. So yeah, resist. 9, 5. He got 14.
He had a 14, as he stabs forward and as you see the aura on your leg flare up as the blade strikes it, and it sort of knocks your leg down a little bit as he switches the blade into a reverse grip and then tries to do a slash across your chest.
All right, he's gonna resist again.
Take 4 damage as well.
4. All right, 4 more damage. Good, not looking good. All right. All right, we'll resist. Hey, 19. All right, 19 plus 5, 24.
24?
24 to resist.
Alrighty. uh, as he swipes the blade across. And how do you get anyone to dodge this? Or resist?
He's
Or...
resisting it, so he just kind of tanks it.
Yeah, as you sort of brace yourself against your blade as it sparks along it, and the blade sort of gets deflected. Ah, man, even from a pretty disadvantageous position down there, you did pretty good. Now come on, do some final move or something on me, huh? Yeah, do something flashy on me, huh? Come on, hit me the best shot.
Yeah, right. And he's gonna do as he says, and yeah, he still has the semblance on, right?
No, since it's a new turn, you have to apply it. Because
All right.
whenever you use your semblance, it gets applied to, say, like you use it at the beginning of your turn, you would apply for the entire turn, or say whenever you have a full team with you.
I see.
If you were to take, like, say, like you took the first action out of all the rest of the teammates, and you use your semblance on another teammate, then they would be boosted for the entirety of their turn. So any of their 2 actions plus their minor actions, it would be boosted. But say, like, in a situation like this, you would do you would use the semblance to boost yourself. You would do your major action and then your minor action, and then the turn would switch, and then it would be deactivated immediately after that turn. It's only active on your turn or during the team initiative.
I see.
Whenever it goes over to a enemy initiative, then it deactivates. And upon the next round of the team initiative / your initiative, depending on how many people are present in the scene, then it would then you need to reapply it.
Okay. I guess he's gonna do the same thing he did before. He's gonna spend an action to move his, increase his strength by 6, and he's gonna go out for another aggressive attack.
Do some flashy.
Yeah.
This is with the Marigold.
Yeah, great sword. Still in the great sword form.
Yeah, Marigold. Any other effect? I'm trying to see if there's anything else you could add on to this.
Yeah.
Like.
There's a specialization and then weapon modification. Specializations and weapon modification.
You can also consume capacity to add a dust effect onto this.
Okay, yeah. What was the fire dust effect?
Fire dust.
Yeah.
Fire dust. Melee is the crystals. Target is briefly engulfed in flame. Each damage die rolled against the target has a +1 bonus.
Okay. Yeah, he'll spend capacity because he's not gonna last another hit. To spend capacity. How much capacity does he spend?
You just spend 1 to use this.
Yep, and he's going to. He's basically gonna he's basically gonna do an ether on that as he goes for an underhand swing, but instead of actually seizing it, as he tosses the katana up into the air, leaps after it, grabs it midair, and then slams it back down with fire dust. Yeah, do that. And yeah, the damage ones. Okay, so yeah, 2d10. That's 11. And then it's 7 plus 4. 11. So 11 plus 11 is 22.
Yeah. As, describe how he damages, man.
Yeah, so he runs over to Daz, with him, tries to do like an underhand swing, like swing up at him. But as Daz backs away, I'm assuming, he lets it go and tosses it into the air, and then immediately leaps over to it. slamming a fire dust crystal into the hilt, and then grabbing grabbing the blade and like crashing back down over on Dez's head.
Yeah, as you do, the flames rear up as he kind of instinctively puts up his arm instead of his blade, and his eyes go wide as he realizes what he did behind the sunglasses as it connects with his arm and his aura as you see his aura ripple against the attack. And I want you to roll damage for me and gain a roll of cool. Yeah, so
right.
let me
Yeah,
check your sheet.
D6 for damage, right?
Yes. So it starts off. Let me see. Oh, one thing before I forget, while I'm on the page, you can also do a capacity boost whenever you make an attack. Melee weapon attacks, you can like this is just an example saying the melee weapon attack you can gain +1 accuracy by consuming a capacity. You can consume capacity as much as you really want per turn. You just gotta make sure to reload. And you can increase a skill check by +1. But only certain skill checks can be capacity boosted. It's just up to discretion of whether it is even able to. You can also do a charge attack by using both of your major actions, and consume 3 capacity to add a bonus equal to the spent capacity to the weapon's attack accuracy and the damage roll. You can also use capacity boost in addition, like combo with a charge attack. And elemental semblance. You can spend 2 points of capacity to make a semblance check, and using an elemental affinity of a current dust kind. Such as if you're trying to do a semblance, you can spend 2 points of capacity to apply a element to it. Say, for example, Owie semblance, the laser. If she make it a semblance roll instead of just a normal energy attack roll, she would be able to do the semblance check and then spend 2 capacity on top of that, and then it gains an effect based off of that.
I see.
Which is usually determined on the fly.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. He doesn't really want to hurt that badly, so we'll just back as normal.
Alrighty.
So I just roll a d6 and then add +1.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, 5 and then +1 is 6. So 6
And
damage.
well, it's actually what is it? Because you have a rule of cool.
Yes.
Oh, come on. It's not aggressive. That's specializations. It's so weird trying to find things in here. Because it's also like broken up. Like dust is in different, like in 2 different places. Like the exotic dust is in like the latter half of the book. Meanwhile, normal dust is in like the front half.
I think the best thing to do is to write just a quick note.
And the attack styles are not around where the attack what's it called like the capacity elements or the actual attack stuff.
It's like all broken up.
Yes, it's all broken up. It's really weird. So if you do a melee weapon attack, it's the melee weapon style, and then adjacent range, and then it's a 1d6 at base.
Yep.
2d6 because of the rule of cool, plus the 1 that you got from the dust crystal, plus strength.
All right. So add another d6, right?
Yes.
Add another d6.
So it's 2d6
and then add
plus 1. Plus 1 to whatever you get from the roll.
Okay. Alright, so 7. Okay,
so it's 2d6 plus strength. Roll that, and then add a plus 1 to whatever you get.
Alright, d6 plus strength. So that's 7 plus plus strength, which is currently 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then plus 1, so 15.
15. Ooh, alrighty. As you bring it down, you see his aura ripple, and you see his aura sort of flickering before he sort of like concentrates for a second, and just and his aura becomes like as good as new as he just whew, and he shakes off his arm. All right, I think. Whew, whew. I had dipped more of my aura reserves for that one. I'm feeling pretty good. And how are you looking on health wise?
Let's see, aura wise. Let's see. It's currently 3.
3 aura. As
Yeah.
Daz sort of looks you up and down. Your aura's getting kind of low. Why don't we call it here for the day? And he clicks a button as the plasma blade sort of retracts in and sort of dissipates. As he just places it in like a holster on his belt.
Yeah, and as like Steph's muscles kind of like return to normal form, he kind of like breathes heavily, like from exhaustion, before he does the same and deactivates his blade.
Hey, you did good, kid. As he sort of takes off his jacket and like folds the glasses and just puts them in like the breast pocket of the biker jacket. And yeah, we can go back to the casual music now.
Alright. Actually, I have a new OST to play.
Ooh. Yeah, as the jacket over his shoulder and the glasses on, you see just casual Daz. Hey, you doing alright, kid? I know you kind of exerted yourself with your semblance a little bit there.
I'm doing alright. I've had worse, I think.
And he puts his arm around his shoulder and just kind of gives you a noogie. It's like, come on, cheer up. I made burgers for tonight.
Wait, you made... Huh? Like immediately back, like, wait, you made burgers? Really?
Yeah, I got some ingredients from the last trade caravan.
What are we waiting for? Let's go home!
He just looks like 10 feet away to the back door. I'll race you there. as he starts running, all goofy like. like in Persona 5, whenever like they do the run thing and like Skull is doing that thing, whenever he's got like his legs or his knees go up to like his chest and his arms are like waving, like really.
Okay, wait. Stuff's gonna do like the double man crybaby run.
The double man crybaby run.
Can he use a semblance to increase agility?
You can. I won't have you roll anything for this. As you just zoom forward and you hit the door and basically just like not really shoulder check it because you kind of just hit it with your head and just the door flies open and you just sort of crash inside as Daz outside is like, ooh, maybe I should be more careful. Man, kids are weird. As he just jogs in.
Pain is temporary, burgers are eternal.
Yeah, and we're gonna zoom out as a couple hours pass. It was noon whenever you guys were training, and you have some nice burgers, and then you guys start just relaxing, and he's desperately trying to like go over some like textbooks with you that he got to prepare you for your upcoming Atlas excursion, and it's around later in the night, and I would like to pan the camera out a little bit as we take a view of Paradise Cradle, the small village in the mountains where you and Daz reside. In Vacuo, in one of the mountain ranges, a freshwater spring bubbles up, and a town built around it. Usually all varying levels, a lot of steps going up and down. A lot of stone and just either wooden or stone buildings, very tropical in nature. And you guys live near the outskirts. Daz being a known huntsman, and the huntsman currently operating in this town and in the surrounding area. And he tries to go over the textbooks with you, but he's also not exactly the smartest guy. So it's one of those things. It's like no. No. Fire dust rounds.
I
Dude,
imagine like when he shows like the book to like Steph, so, for, like visual aid, it somehow ends up upside down every time.
yeah. It's like no. Red is The fire dust is explosive rounds, not fire rounds. They explode.
He does generally try to pay attention, but that isn't really doing too hot.
No. Question for you: if you're trying to go for a disabling, non-lethal, restraining type of dust, which one would you use?
Hmm. I would use light dust
You
or
say
black dust.
light to restrain? It's made out of light.
I
It's
mean,
right.
for
Hold up.
flashbang,
Try again.
for flashbangs though,
That's not restraining.
flashbangs are restraining.
What? I meant like, like you restrain people with handcuffs, keep them, pinned down.
Brown dust, then?
What'd you say?
Brown dust.
Brown dust? Acid? Ugh. as he just sort of like puts a hand over his eyes. This is why we study. This is why we study.
Both he and I thought it was Earth.
Yeah. Okay, popular, like, against popular, belief, yellow is actually Earth. Brown is acid.
Why?
That's just the way the world works. I know. Popular culture makes it brown, but it's yellow. But why is orange lightning there? as he puts his hands in his pompadour and like just it looks like he's about to tear his hair out.
With how much gel you put in it, it's probably gonna tear it off if you do that.
Yeah, I should be more careful. But no, the real answer is ice dust.
No, ice seems
Using the
ice seems a bit
crystals, it
dangerous.
wraps around the target, like a block of ice wraps around him. Chill rounds, it slows them down with all the, frost hanging off their body.
Hmm.
While you are correct in earth dust, they more sink into the ground. But the rounds are, armor piercing.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, the ice ones slow them down and keep them pinned.
It seems a bit like an oxymoron to have the strong like earth dust to be armor piercing.
He just shrugs. I don't know, man. I didn't make dust.
Munch.
Man, you really asked for thirds? Man,
And
this is why you
we
read
don't
me
get
out at home.
we don't get them often.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I thought you'd at least want to, spread out burgers. We could be eating burgers for a whole week, but now it looks like we're only just having it tonight.
I'm sure you'll have more. I'm sure you'll have more to yourself when I leave.
Yeah, and he just scratches the back of his head. Hey, don't put it like that, kid.
Well, we can always like still call from the C the CTYS like exists in this universe, right?
Yeah,
Or, like
the CCT towers, they do exist. They are, unlike in normal Ruby, which they're actually like the academies,
Yeah.
they're their own separate things. They're their own separate towers.
It's like the CCTS top.
Yeah, but, living here enough that the service is kind of spotty.
Hmm.
As you know, Vacuo is pretty spread out past Shade Academy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that there are smaller towers. Little signal boosters every now and then, but if they're not picked apart by bandits for scrap or taken down by Grim,
You think we could build one near town?
well, I mean, there is. It's just, you've seen it's all rusted up, barely works half the time. I keep putting in requests to get it fixed, but I mean, how am I supposed to get new jobs if they can't even contact me?
Hmm.
They can't expect me to just take the hover bike over to Shade every single time.
Mm. How much time does like Steph have before he goes to Atlas?
It's about a. It's about a solid about half a week.
All right, yeah, definitely not enough time for him to prepare it himself.
And
Mm. If we had more time, I could probably prepare it myself.
yeah, you are pretty good at that, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You probably have to go rummaging around a scrap heap, but I don't know if that rusty old junk will even help it much. But I'm sure you might be able to do something with it with that little noggin of yours, and he just sort of pokes you on the top of the head.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know why I have this pompadour?
Does it attract girls? Or is it supposed to attract girls?
Hmm. Hadn't thought of that, but it probably does. As he like gives you a smirk.
He kind
But
of like
it's
thinks,
two reasons. One, because it looks cool, and two, and he like knocks on the side of his head, but it just gets absorbed by the pompadour. So it's like nobody can tell that my head's empty up here.
no thoughts, no thoughts are empty. Wouldn't that also be good for storage space?
Hmm.
Wouldn't it also be good for storage space?
What? You really calling my head empty?
I'm calling your hair empty.
Hair empty. This thing
Yeah,
ain't
you
hollow.
kind of like grabs like a screwdriver and like puts it inside the pompadour.
Hey, don't mess with the hair. As it sort of sticks out. I
Mm.
mean, yeah, but it cramps the style.
Mm. I imagine it takes a lot of gel.
Oh yeah, where do you think most of my paycheck goes? Well, that's feeding you, but second to that is the hair gel. A huntsman's got to look his best, you know. You gotta have a cool outfit.
I guess. Wouldn't that also
You'll
be
get it when you're older.
wouldn't that also be even more expensive if to prepare since you're always like fighting?
Eh, my fighting style's good at protecting the pompadour.
You really value? Do you value that pompadour more than food?
Hmm?
Do you
Nah, I'm
buy
just kind of a big joke.
mm.
I may
lunch?
be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
Or maybe stupid.
But anyway, since he'll be leaving soon, and he's cut off as a what sounds like an air raid siren to us, but you would know as the Grim siren,
Mm.
and as the Grim attack. Oh, looks like the Grim are going after the radio tower again. As he walks over into his room, and you hear some rummaging as he pulls out his weapon. All right, you coming along?
Sure. Yeah.
All
And
right,
you
all right, go get your weapon. Make sure not to overuse your semblance, though. You already used it. You already used it earlier. I know you're gonna be practicing that nat list, but just to make sure. Don't use it too much. You know how much you run out of stamina.
okay?
As let's get some more intense music here.
Alright.
Yeah, you're preparing to fight. As you run towards the edge of town, where the gate it's sort of like a narrow passageway, big enough for like a car or like a big truck to get in. Not that they would be able to get up here since it's up in the mountains, but as you hear the scuttling of Grim as they seem to be approaching, as you see also some like cracks in the earth start to appear.
Mm. Looks like something is digging up.
Looks like a sentinel Grim. You remember those,
Can
right?
he roll to remember?
Um, hmm. Let's see. Let's do a perception plus discipline.
Alright.
Just base.
Listen. 5, 7, 12.
12? Yeah, you remember a bit of them. Mostly what they, look like. Let me grab a picture.
I completely forgot to mention that.
What'd you say? You sound like you're in a tunnel.
Oh. Steph is wearing a Camp Half-Blood shirt. I forgot to mention that.
Oh yeah, cause he's a nerd.
He's a nerd. There's so many. These Easter eggs. All these Easter eggs.
Yeah, a sentinel grim, which is just a giant centipede-looking grim, which is able to burrow through the ground and attack with its big mandibles.
Try like flooding the tunnel, or like the tunnel it's digging with water dust.
You could try that.
Mm.
I mean, you know, it's all up to it. It's all up to how you want to kill it. Most people don't even bother, because usually, whenever they come out of the hole, they're, you know, submerged halfway. And if they usually are attacking, there's no real hole to throw it into, you know. But if they're trying to escape, I guess you could.
Mm. Yeah, right.
All right.
Good.
And
Did they notice us or?
yeah, as they start burrowing out of the ground, as you see two sentinel grim, and you hear see two sentinel grim appear in front of you, as you hear some more grim like further down the path out of sight. All right, how about I entrust these two to you, and I'll get the ones up ahead.
All right.
All right, and he holds up his fist for a fist bump.
He does it.
Yeah, let's take it. As he runs off and runs towards one of the sentinel grim, as it tries to like bite him with his mandibles, as he just plants a hand on top of its head and just sort of vaults over it and continues running. Good luck, kid.
All right.
And yeah. Let me just pull up the sentinel grim.
Yeah. And there's two of them, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, time to use a lot of capacity and a lot of orange dust. All right. Oh yeah. Initiative.
Yes. This would actually be a react instead of initiate. Because there's two different kinds. Initiate and react. Initiate is working up the nerve to attack first. This is in a standoff. Basically, you know, who's faster. And or so like ambushes, doing like a standoff, or what's it called? Just general starting it on equal terms or on your terms. Reacting is when an opponent say shows up on the scene and is trying to attack you. Say like right now. So that would be a roll of agility plus perception.
Ooh, that's bad. All right. 8 plus 2 plus 1.
And
That's an 11.
yeah, you do not have any rule of cool for this scene, since this is another scene.
Yeah.
How much did you get?
Yeah, I got an 11.
An 11. Okay. So, the Sentinel Grim go first.
Alright.
So NPCs work different. They work on the same work on the same sort of rule set as standard PCs in terms of initiative, except instead of rolling, they have a speed stat, and they use their speed stat, and that is set in stone.
I see.
Say like variants of the Grim, like Dust Enhanced or homebrew versions, they might be larger, but they are usually the same, because each one has a set stat block, and like it has attack stat, and whenever it attacks, it uses that stat, and you just have to get above that threshold to defend against it. And for an attack, you would attack their defense threshold, and you just have to get over the defense threshold to go through.
Right.
But they do still apply by the same 2 major action, 1 minor action. It's just that usually the minor action doesn't really come into play. Because sometimes Grims in combat, like in Ruby, Grims just don't move. They don't really have anything to reload. First Sentinel Grim. Just pull go back down to find the Sentinel Grim. Alrighty. So, I'd also like you to take a look at this right here. So if you get over the defense threshold, you can add some of these effects. If one stands out to you, I can find it in the book and I can show it to you.
I see.
You just have to get however many over that. Say you get a 15. You gain one of the plus 10 bonuses, which can include any plus 5 bonus. So if you say like you get 15 over and you want to do a stun target, and then you get the additional plus 1 bonus, instead of taking, say, maximize damage, cripple target, or collateral damage, you could take any plus 5 bonus and instead go for critical damage, stagger target, or confuse target. Same thing if you get a 20 over, you could take any 15 plus bonus. And then, so you don't want to take any of the 15 plus bonus, you could take any plus 10 bonus and then do maximize damage. However, if you get, say, like a 15, you only gain the 1 plus 1 bonus, the only plus 10 bonus. You do not also get plus 5 bonus.
I see.
But you can take it if you want to. The only one that I'll tell you right now, without going through the list on which one stands out to you, is dispatch target. If you get a plus 20 over the threshold, you get any plus 15 bonus plus dispatch target. So
they're just out of the fight.
You immediately kill that target.
You win.
You win.
Period.
This scales because you will scale up, your dice pool is going to get larger. Meanwhile, the dice pool of the Grim and the Huntsman that you're going to fight are also going to get larger as well. So it's going to balance out. So it's generally going to be the same. But of course, if you don't want to just end the fight right there, if you just want to be cooler, you can just take the plus 1 15 bonus. And then you can take another plus 15 bonus, so you could get whatever, instead of just ending the fight right there. You don't have to end the fight.
Yeah. Alright. It's time for me to defend. So to defend with Dust, it would spend a point of capacity, right?
What was that?
So if I wanted to like defend with Dust, would it spend the capacity?
Yes, you would defend. You would spend a point of capacity. However, the first Sentinel is going to use 1 action and as it just dives into the ground. It is currently underground, and as the other one is going to rush forward at you, like skittering across the ground, getting out of its hole, and is going to just try and clamp at you with the mandibles, and then clamp at you again.
Yeah. Alright. He's going to roll. He's going to spend a capacity. He's going to use He can use like any other dust. It's just like for his weapon, he can only use the dust he specializes in, right?
Yes. So on the sheet there, it'll say which things are usable. Currently you have black, red, and orange. You can
Okay.
get these through other means. This is usually but like if something comes up, like say like a story moment where you get given a certain dust type, then you would gain access to that dust type. It's just
I
that
see.
you usually try and because it's like flavor wise. I mean, it doesn't technically matter. Like, say, Lace uses a lot of electricity and ice dust.
I see.
But Grease uses traditionally violet and black dust. So they use that a lot. Meanwhile, they do have access to other ones. It's just that their style is to use that more. You aren't
Yeah.
limited by the style. It's just you're probably going to be limited from getting every single dust type.
Yeah.
Just so one person isn't made completely redundant by the fact that they have certain dust type versus that they don't, that someone else does. Like if two people,
Yeah,
like if
makes
everyone has the same dust type, then why would one person specifics specialize into it or start incorporating into their moves over that? It's more
Yeah.
just inter party things that you can just talk with the party about, but
I get it.
this is mostly RP stuff.
Alright.
So you can capacity boost.
City boost.
It is
Yeah,
going to
that-
make
that's more.
two attacks against you.
Alright.
I need you to roll 2 defense checks. This is 2 separate attacks.
Alright.
For its 2 major actions.
Alright, and what was the bonus for like capacity boost again? For like defense?
Capacity boost gives another D10.
Alright. And yeah, he's spend extra.
Actually, let me check the rules of capacity boost
Yeah.
because it's all so weird. Like this system is kind of yeah. For certain actions, to the physical checks, such as the action capacity boost. Yes, it would be a +1. It would just give a +1 to the defense, to whatever roll you get.
Okay. So yeah, he's gonna do that. He's gonna, I guess, spend 2 capacity for that then. Down to 6. Because he's using dust to dodge, and he's also capacity boosting. Give it a +1.
Alrighty.
And yeah. Yeah, he would spend 2 again for the second one. So that's 4. That's half of his capacity.
What did you roll on the first one?
Oh, I didn't roll. I'm just like preemptively spending, like the 4 total capacity spending for both of them.
Okay.
All right. So yeah. So 1. That's 7, and then plus. It was plus. Yeah, it was plus.
Also, refill your aura count since the scene
Yeah.
has gone past.
Yeah, I did.
All right, good.
The first one is 7 plus 8, which is 15.
15.
And, yeah, and then plus 1 from the capacity.
So it's a 16.
Yeah.
Okay. As it rushes at you and it rears up and clamps around your body, as it just sort of does they sort of like swords come and just like slash the sides of your body quick, and he reels back and tries to do another one. Roll the second one.
Alright. 5 plus 7, and then plus 1, 13.
13. Yeah, that one also goes through as it just like reels back, clamp again, and reels back. You take 4 damage total, as it's 2 damage per mandible.
Alright. Yeah, 4 damage, 7, alright.
Alrighty. And then it is now your turn.
Alright.
The one is in the ground. You can see a tunnel. Like there's a little hole where it dug down in. But there's currently one right in front of you.
Yeah. Alright. What time is it also?
It is approaching sundown.
Yeah. I think it's safe to assume because they're like tunnelers that they're kind of like nocturnal creatures almost, right?
Hmm?
Like the uh
Sentinel
what
Grim?
what they got? Yeah, the sentinels.
You're
Because
asking
they're like tunnel,
if they're nocturnal?
or yeah, or like night, like more suited towards night.
They don't have eyes.
Ah, they're
They
blind. Okay, never mind.
they use antenna, which basically just gives them normal sight.
All right,
They just don't really have they don't have eyes.
all right,
they just have feelers and antenna, which
yeah,
pick up the signals. They're not really nocturnal creatures. It's just
yeah. It's more like
because they're around.
echolocation.
They're around whenever usually.
Yeah,
It's just they're mostly found in rocky or subterranean places.
yeah. All right. So I think in that case, yeah, you can see like their feelers, right? Or the one that's outside.
What'd you say?
So yeah, you can see like the feelers for the one that's outside, right? Like the one that just attacked them.
Yeah, it's just scuttling on the ground. It's not in the earth at all. And you can't
Yeah,
see the second one.
yeah. Because it's possible for him to aim for like the feelers and like cut them off, so it's one. So it's like that's the way to see them.
I would say. Let me check. I would say that would apply the you're going for the blinded
Yeah,
tilt or a blinded condition status effect.
yeah,
I would say if you do the crippled target effect, if you're able to get that, then you'd be able to get that because crippled has its own status effect, which is decrease the attack threshold by 5. However,
yeah.
blinded also decreases attack threshold by 5 during the next action sequence, and characters have disadvantage on their attacks during the next action sequence. So,
All right.
you basically permanently binding it. If you can do this,
Yeah,
if you want to make an attack here.
yeah. And do I know the threshold or no? Or is it a secret?
No, you just kind of have to suss it out.
All right.
Or you could just look at it. You could just look at the book.
That's cheating. All right. Okay, he's going to try. Okay, so Elegant is strength plus discipline. If you were to use, would his melee attack change at all if you were to use a semblance on strength in this case? Because it's strength plus discipline already.
What did you say you cut out?
Okay. So would his Elegant style is strength plus discipline, right?
You said
Okay.
your words are running together.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me clearer now?
Yes.
Okay. So Elegant style is strength plus discipline, right?
Elegant style is strength plus discipline.
Yeah. If you were to use his semblance, would that change at all, or would that just still be the same amount because it's still strength plus discipline?
It'd still be strength plus discipline.
Yeah. Because basically, I'm asking is,
If you use your semblance, it would just give a bonus. It would not change the kind of roll you would make.
Yeah. Because I'm basically asking like if his semblance move, like does it move discipline or does it just like add the discipline amount to strength?
It adds the discipline amount. So if you're doing it like that, like strength plus discipline, you would add strength plus discipline plus discipline again. So you're basically double discipline for this.
All right, then yeah, he's gonna double. Yeah, he's gonna double discipline and try to go for those feelers.
Alrighty, make it.
All right.
You get 2 of these.
All right. Well, actually, no, because he's using a semblance, so only gets one major action.
Yes.
Yeah.
You major action for that, and then a major action to attack. That's correct.
So 14 plus 6 plus another 6 plus 1, 27.
27.
Yes.
Bring out the calculator just to calculate how big the threshold you got. 27. All right. Grab a plus 10 over, so you get a 1 plus 5 bonus, and then a plus 10 bonus.
Yeah, and it only applies to this one, right? Like not the one underground.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Unless
And
you take collateral damage, which if it's in adjacent range to another target, like the lightning dust crystal, you can apply damage to it. Critical damage is each of the creatures has a critical damage modifier. Like this one has a 1d6. Some other ones they have like a 3d6 or a 2d6. It's critical damage that scales with the class of the Grim, including the Huntsman as well. So you get some like scale damage. Maximized damage, it treats it as if you rolled 6s on every damage dice.
Okay.
So
and
go ahead.
And what's the difference between staggered target and confused target?
Okay, so let me pull that up. Just stagger. Stagger reduces the target's speed action by 5, and they lose 1 action during the next action sequence. And you were looking for confused?
Yeah.
It decreases the target's special threshold by 5, which is like for semblances of certain kinds, like effect semblances, like say Paul semblance, where I try and make them crazy. Their special threshold would be the thing they resist with that. And they cannot use their semblance during the next action sequence. For Grim, this also counts as special abilities, like
so
like how the one burrowed. If you want to prevent this one from burrowing, you would do confuse so they can't use it.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna get confused target, and I'm gonna go for cripple target.
Alrighty. So you're going confuse. It cannot use its ability, and you're going for cripple target. What is your damage?
Alright, yeah, let's roll the image.
Because it doesn't matter if you kill this thing.
Yeah, so it was a 1d6, right?
It was 1d6 plus strength.
Okay, yes, 1d6 and then plus strength.
Yes, 1d6 plus strength.
Alright, yeah, 4.
Hold on. You got a 4, you said?
Yeah. So it's plus his 1 strength, which is 5.
So that goes out to a 5?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure. Alright. Just keeping track of their health here. And yeah, it is confused. And as you describe how you slice off its antenna, how do you describe attacking this guy?
Alright. So like as it went like after he got hit by the second slash, he's going to like grab like one of its legs to like basically like pull himself onto its body, and then he's just gonna like keep running up it, like lashing at its back before he reaches its antennas.
Well, no, because its face is right there, so its antennas are right in front of you.
Alright. And instead, it's gonna. I guess he's gonna like grab one antenna to pull himself upward, like spin around to slice the other one before like snapping the other one off and jumping off.
Just ripping it off.
Yeah. So like he basically like uses one for leverage to slice the other one, and then he snaps the one he's holding onto off.
Nice. As it shrieks out with its little insect-like shriek, as you see like the standard Grim like black dust come off of it, like off of the stumps where the antennas are. As like the vestigial wounds just sort of start to like flake off, and eventually like you see it like they do stop once it reaches its actual body, because with Grim, whenever you cut something off, it just dusts. And you just need to do enough damage to it to actually make it dust itself. It's like if you cut it in half, it's just gonna dust. Alright, and it is now the Sentinel's turn. As the Sentinel that dug underground Now you feel like the ground rumble beneath your feet as it bursts open as the mandibles reach up towards you as it tries to coil around you.
All right.
And I need you to make a defense check.
Yes. There you go. He's only going for one attack, right?
Currently he is.
All right. I guess he's gonna spend. Yeah, he's gonna spend capacity. Yeah, he's gonna spend one capacity to use dust again, and then another capacity to capacity boost.
Okay.
All right, let's do that. All right, so 16 plus 7. So 16 plus 7, 23, and then plus 1 for the capacity boost is 24.
24.
Yes.
Alrighty. As it tries to coil around you, and how do you get around to this coil? Because as you do succeed.
Yeah. Mm.
Usually, just to keep
Yeah.
the flow, it's like I see, like as it tries to do this, and then
Yeah.
you describe what you're trying to do, and then you roll it. Because in the way you describe things, it
Yeah.
might very rarely give you like a bonus to dice. So instead of
Okay.
describing it after, before, just in case something like that happens, it's just a good habit to
Okay.
get into.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. So I imagine like the way I see it, like after he like snapped it off, the grim that he was on, like kind of like writhed around and like slammed him down, giving the second one an opportunity to leap at him. So he's then going to basically try and like use it as a springboard. So as it charges at him, he's going to like jump over it, jump on its head, and just like slash at it before rolling to safety.
Um.
It could just be for like flavor there.
Yeah, it won't do any damage.
Yeah,
I
mostly
just
just
checked
for
the rules
flavor.
here of the actual attack.
Yeah.
Because it's technically a check. It's a different check. And then, if you fail that, then, you will become held, and you need to make an escape check after that. So it's technically not a, actual attack. It's technically a special attack. So you have to go over its special threshold instead of its normal attack threshold, which is the same in this case. But yeah, and then as you springboard off of it, it tries to just like spin around and just like slash you with its mandibles. And it's an action.
Yeah. Yeah. Make another check.
Yes, make just a standard defense check.
All right. This time he's gonna use his semblance and like trying to boost his reflexes for this one. Can he still use capacity boost for a semblance dot defense?
For semblance defense, you can capacity boost.
Okay. He's gonna do that. All right. So yeah, he's gonna do that. And as it like takes like a slash at him, he's gonna try to like limbo like back away before grabbing it. Like grabbing it mid slash and using the momentum from that to like toss himself to safety. So he's basically it's like taking a swing at him. He's going to hitch a ride on the mandible to get to basically pull himself away.
I see.
Yeah. All right. Now time to roll. Ooh, this one wasn't good. All right. So 5 plus 5 plus 1, 11. Yeah, you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
An 11.
An 11. What style are you using? You're using dodge?
Semblance.
Semblance. Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
An 11 does not take 2 damage.
All right. 5. Okay. And was that its turn?
Yes, it's 2. Now moves to the second one, who's going to make 2 mandible attacks to you. So 2.
Yeah. But it's also blinded. Yeah, make defense rolls.
Yes, just defense rolls, whatever style you want. This is 2 separate ones, so you can choose
Yeah.
2 different styles. Like, say if you want to resist one, or say parry another. You can only parry
Yeah.
melee attacks. You can't parry ranged or semblances, unless it's a special kind of semblance,
Yeah.
like a melee.
I think he's just going to keep using a semblance for that sun. All right, 16. So 16 plus 5. So 21 on the first one.
That succeeds.
Yeah.
And
And then
then
17 plus 5 is 22 on the second one.
alrighty. Yeah, as it tries to, bite you, as its mandibles clamp around you, but it just doesn't get a hold of you.
Yeah, I imagine like he does get slashed by like the first one and sent backwards, but as the second one tries to
Well, no, you don't take any damage at all. Oh yeah, except for that one. Never mind.
yeah, from the first one, yeah. So he's like sent flying backwards. The second one tries to like go in for a pincer attack, but he kind of like cartwheel. He kind of like cartwheels and like those like the
over its
acrobatic
back.
moves. Yeah, yeah. He's using like the momentum that pushed him back to aid in his like acrobatics.
Alrighty, and now it is your turn.
All right. Yeah, one of them is blinded. So say one of them is blinded and well, quote unquote blinded, and the other one can still like see, right?
Hold on a second.
He's gonna be aiming for the one that isn't crippled. Next.
Alrighty, the one that just tried to get you with the burrow.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
the one that just exited burrow.
Yep. So what are you gonna do there?
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's a semblance on his last turn, and yeah, he's got 2 more before he starts taking damage. So he's gonna use the semblance again, boost his strength, and he's going to. I imagine like yeah, he's being like backed up against a wall, so he's
you're
gonna
more
like
of in like an open area, sort of like the Daz ran through like the chokehold, like the choke point, and you're currently like within the mouth of the village.
yeah.
It's sort of like a triangle formation where it like goes to like the narrow opening to like widens out for the larger village. So we're kind of in like a big triangular arena right now, with
I see.
the village on one side and then like the choke point opening where Daz went down on the other side.
All right. I guess description wise, he's going to like run towards the blinded one and basically use it as a ramp, like run up it to gain enough like height to jump onto the non-blinded one and try to like do like a circular slash, like kind of like a link, like a link circular slash. So, yeah, to slice off its mandibles.
To slice off its mandibles?
Yeah. Or like not mandibles, feelers.
Feelers?
Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Bug terminology. Yeah, and he's using a semblance a second time for this, so yeah, his first major action is to do that.
Using semblance first major action and then go into attack.
Yeah.
Roll me an attack check.
Yes, so it's 1 plus 6 plus 6. And then also roll the 2d10s. So 13. So yeah, plus that, 26.
We have 26. Choose a 5 over. Wait, no. Choose a 10 over. I apologize. Yeah.
You already know what the 10 bonus is. Cripple. Let's see.
Cripple.
Disable him. And next up, let's spice this one up. Let's give it critical damage.
All right, so you're doing critical damage.
Yes.
And then cripple target. Okay, so
Yep.
I want you to gain Rule of Cool for this as well. For the running up there, as well as the ingenuity of cutting off the fielders. That is 2d6 base, but with the +1 Rule of Cool, plus another d6 for critical. So it's 3d6 damage, and then he will be blinding this one with the cripple, and so that is 3d6 plus your strength. Yeah.
Alright, so yeah. So 3d6 and then plus strength, which is 1. Oh, actually, no. It's still boosted from a semblance, isn't it?
I don't believe that damage was applied, but I don't remember what we decided.
Alright, that's fine. Because either way, he got 12 on the 3d6s and plus
No,
1.
no. It would. Add your discipline modifier to the damage as well.
Oh no! So it's 12 plus 6, it's 18 damage!
You did 18 damage total?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Oh my. Steph does not play around, it seems.
It's still standing. It's just now blind.
Yeah. I don't imagine it's looking too hot.
Yeah, it screeches out and you see like bits and pieces, like you see part of its skin is like dusting.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, now it's the two blind ones is the two blind sentinels is turns.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to check.
Yeah, let's see. I forgot.
Okay, characters disadvantage when they attack in your section. Okay.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot.
As the first one sort of thrashes around trying to find you, as it does 2 mandible attacks. I want you to make 2 defense checks.
Yeah, right.
With advantage.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
So this is Rule of Cool level 1, so you'd roll 3d10 instead of the normal 2.
Alright, well that's a...
This is why style is so important. It's just that usually one person can only really generate 1 Rule of Cool, 2 people can generate up to level 2, and then from there.
Yeah, I see. And yeah, get rid of the Rule of Cool level for that?
Huh?
And get rid of Rule of Cool after that?
No, it keeps going. Rule of Cool ends. Rule of Cool ends in the scene, at the end of the scene.
I see. All right. And yeah, he got an 18. Yeah, 18 total.
18 total, you said?
Yeah. Yeah. So 13 plus the 5 bonus, so 18 total.
Okay. This is with advantage.
Oh yeah. Wait, no, there's advantage. All right. Yeah. Let me roll a second time then. Doesn't matter. He got a 13 again, so it's 18 again.
All right. Yeah. So first attack, you're fine. Second attack.
Yeah.
And from now on, if it passes anyways, if it's advantage, then I'll just let it go.
Is the second one also advantage?
Yes.
Oh,
They have disadvantage on their attacks, so it means you have advantage on defense checks.
All right. So yeah. First one was an 11. Let's see if he gets better. Yep, the second was 16. So 16 plus 5 is 21.
Yep, that does it.
Yep.
As it tries to, how are you going to do this?
Yeah. So I imagine, yeah, he's just gonna keep like running actually. Yeah, it's only one of them he's attacking, right?
Yeah, it's only one. He's attacking twice.
He's gonna try and like run. He's gonna like try and run between them and try to like entangle them into each other. If that makes sense. Like he's gonna try to lure it towards the other one to try and crash into it.
With a defense check, that would not be possible.
Ah, okay.
For flavor, it could, but there's zero mechanical effect.
Yeah. Yeah, for flavor, he's just gonna do that. And yeah, now the second one's turn.
Yeah. And then second one, gonna try and do the 2 bites at you again. How do
Yep.
you wish to do this beforehand?
All right. I'd say with yeah, someone. Actually, he has one left more capacity left. Could he try using dust?
Yeah.
Remember what? Remember what every movie protagonist did in their trailers, and how they like leapt up over the and there was like a camera shot of them like at midair before they crashed back down.
Against the moon.
Yep, Steph's gonna do that with dust. He's gonna like use dust to like boost himself up and like jump into the air.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, so he uses dust, and he uses his final capacity before he needs to reload. 7, and it's with advantage, right? Right, it was. So wait, it was 3d10 with advantage on this one too, right?
What'd you say?
So wait, does this one also have like the 3d10 and the advantage as well?
For defense?
Or just yeah.
It's just the normal defense, yeah. It's rule of cool keeps persisting.
Okay.
So it's normal. So 2d10 is the base. 3d10
Yeah.
is with +1 rule of cool.
All right. So yeah, attempt 1, 16. Let's see if it gets any better. Attempt 2, 14. Okay. So yeah, 16 plus 7 is 23.
Is it 23?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, that does it. Second one.
Yep.
Same
All
thing.
right. All right. Attempt 1, 15. Attempt 2, 22. 22 plus 7, 29. Yep.
Still does it. As describe what you you jump up as the camera gets a shot of you against the broken moon.
Yeah.
And while you're still up there, would you it's your turn. Would you like to crash down with something?
Yeah. Because I was looking. Are they adjacent to each other?
Yes, they are.
All right. Because I remember one of his modifications, oversized enemies take enemies adjacent to the target of a melee attack take splash damage. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Which effect are you using? Sorry.
Yeah, he's using.
I'm trying to manage the stat blocks of these guys.
Yeah. So which effect do you use? Like what do you mean?
So how are you doing the adjacent splash damage?
I see.
No, how are you doing it?
Yeah. So he's gonna like transform. Like midair, he's gonna transform Gardenia into. Can he still use aggressive while using Holly?
Gardenia Holly is the dust whip.
Yeah, the dust whip.
Gardenia Holly's the whip, right?
Yeah.
The whip would have reach. Gardenia Marigold would have the enemies adjacent to target with melee.
Right. Yeah, he's going to change it to Marigold, and he's going to
oversized.
Yeah, oversized. Yeah, and he's going to use he's going to use his first major action, boost his strength, and finally, for flavor, I'm going to say instead of his aura flaring up, the beams on Gardenia Holly increase in size and to like an absurd degree as he does spins in a spiral motion in an attempt to decapitate both of them at once. All right.
Okay.
And and it was 3d10, right?
Yes, 3d10. Plus.
Yeah, I thought it only applied to defense. That's why.
No. It's 3d10.
Alright.
Plus. Hold on. What style are you using?
He's using aggressive style this time. Yeah, and he used his first major action to.
It's strength plus endurance. It's 3d10 plus it's plus strength plus endurance.
Yeah. 3d10.
And then
Yeah, we roll.
I'm trying to look into how much splash damage it is.
Yeah. Oh god. So that's a 20. That's a 22 on the 3d10, and then plus 6, and then plus 4. 39.
You have 39 damage.
Yep.
Okay, let me just check.
I can see why Rule of Cool is so valued.
Yes. That's why like anything above 2, like you need to like actually get like more people. It's more teamwork that does it.
Yeah.
It's a team effort. Where are the?
Let's see.
I'm trying to see. Okay, here it is. Special officer form. That was a custom, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was custom.
I'd say take half. So you said it was 39.
Yeah.
That's 19. We'll round up for 20. Which one are you attacking primarily? The first one or the second one?
I'm gonna say whichever one looks least hurt.
Least hurt?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that would be the second one, as it had 17 health, and you completely obliterate as it dusts in the wind, and Sentinel 1 still remains.
Yeah. Even with the splash damage?
Yes, because it's half.
Lucky, but not for long.
Lucky shot.
Lucky shot.
And so you used your semblance, and then you used your attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's his turn.
Then it's turn. It's blind. It is going to flail around wildly and make a mandible attack at you.
Draw your last pathetic turn before I end this, Sentinel. Alright. 9 and 13 for the second one, and oh yeah, he's gonna use semblance because he's out of capacity. Yeah, so 13 plus 5, so 18 on the first dodge.
18, okay.
Yeah.
That does it.
Okay. And then we'll dodge 2, 14, and 16. So 16 plus 5 is 21.
Is 21 on the second one?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, that does it too. And, yeah, it's your turn now.
Alright. How do I want to end this, Yugi? Actually, yeah.
Pin him to the wall.
He needs to take a turn to break because he's been using his semblance 3 times in a row.
Yeah, so,
yeah, he's gonna start taking fatigue and damage.
Yes.
If he uses it again.
Yeah, so, whenever you keep using your semblance like this, I would ask that you please keep track of the build-up.
Yeah, so that last one was turn 3.
Because or else I will just forget, like I have been.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been keeping track, yeah.
Okay.
That last one was his third one.
Alrighty.
Yes. Any more after, and he's going to start taking damage. But instead, he's just going to use... yeah, I think now it's the time to switch to Holly, the whip form.
Alrighty.
And he's going to...
You're going to attack?
Yeah, you're going to use...
Describe how you're going to attack first.
Yeah.
Describe first, then do the rolls.
Yeah. So he's gonna he kind of swings his katana, like a whip crack, and then suddenly the
blade is more malleable.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Basically, since it's in great sword form, like the beams coalesce and then kind of start to bend as it becomes a whip, and he's just going to take like a one stump forward, reel it back in, and then just go haywire as he's just whipping at it at seemingly like a flurry of whips and attacks.
Nice.
Yeah. So and before I roll, I want to post the GIF, the appropriate GIF.
Is it Trevor Belmont?
Nah, just by lift.
Yes, yes. Because this is both Travis touchdown and Baylor inspiration.
Yes. All right.
People are gonna look. The guys are gonna look at him and be like, "Yo, what the hell's going on in
Yeah.
here?"
Yep, that's my point for memes. And all right, 20. The 20 plus 7. 27.
27.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And then roll damage.
Yep. Roll damage.
Yeah, so the D6s was 3, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, it was but no, it was
2d6s because you're not doing critical damage. Wait.
oh yeah.
Wait. What was the roll that you got for attack?
Wait, I forgot. Oh yeah, no, I have a calculator. Yeah, 27 to hit.
It's 27 minus.
Yeah.
Since it's a -5 to that. I think find the sheet again. Get a 10 plus 10 over.
Oh god.
You could maximize the damage here and do critical
Ma-
damage.
Maxima, yeah.
Because if you crit, then you get an additional 1d6, and then if you maximize, they're all 6s.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even bother to have you roll for this. As
Bye.
as you do a flurry of attacks, and with each slash of the whip, more parts of the Grim get like sliced off and just start dusting.
Yeah.
And you see the Grim whittle down and down and down until like
No,
you realize it's not really alive anymore, and then it just dusts.
Because I imagine like on the last hit, like he like does one grand swing and the whip like wraps around its neck, and then with like one grand heave, he just yanks it at full
Nice.
strength and rips its head off.
Yeah, the head just slices off.
And he's like, it's pretty exhausted from that, and he's gonna look over to where Daz is.
Yeah, as all the Grim dust starts to float, and you see that there's a lot of Grim dust floating up from your what's it called? Like from the passageway in the mountains.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna walk over and take a peek.
Yeah.
And as you see him, there's a ton of like dusting Grim corpses. As you see him just standing in front of a Grim, like with one of those like switchblade combs, which is not actually a switchblade but a comb. And as he's combing the back of his pompadour, as there's a Beowulf, which seems to be like rather than the normal looking Beowulf, which is mostly like lack of spines and bone around it, and more fur. It looks like it has more bone spikes, more rocky. It looks like this is a mountain variant, or just a like vacuo mountain variant, which is more hardened for the mountain area. As it has just in its chest, as it's flailing around, like clawing at it, as he does the as he like combs his pompadour a bit, and then just grabs it and just swipes up and bisects it, and then spins it around and then holsters it as it turns off. Ooh, yeah. Hope somebody saw that.
I did.
Ah, Steph. And he walks over, with a spring in his step. So I take it you got him?
Yep.
Nice. We can add that to the record.
Are you keeping score?
Yeah. No, it's just it's the first time killing one of these.
I think it was pretty successful.
Yeah, I mean nobody got hurt, and the antenna's fine for now.
Yeah.
All right. It's getting pretty late. Sun's going down. You wanna head to bed?
Anime first.
Yeah. As he puts up a fist bump.
Fist bump.
As he wraps his arm around your shoulder. So, what are you thinking, kid? Are we going, what's that, And he looks down at your shirt. Oh, are we doing the Here's Olympus again? Maybe that, what's that one? Oh yeah, the Dude Bro guys. Gold Passion, I think they're called. The one with the
Oh,
total babe, with the scythe.
oh,
That
Laughing
one.
Stock.
No, with the scythe.
Oh, good.
Who's laughing stock? You know I'm not that far in, right?
Oh yeah, she's like this light novel character from they say it's a spin-off, but like it's not really like they use kind of the same spells, which is weird, but like it's not definitely not in the same universe. And I heard there was like a weird light novel.
Universe using same rules?
Yeah, yeah, it's like a different universe using the same rules.
It's like if in like a fictional universe of ours,
Yeah,
if there was dust in
yeah,
it,
yeah,
or like semblances. Yeah, it's same thing as that. Alright,
yeah.
that'd be. Hmm. Do you have this light novel?
Mm, yes.
Alright. Hey, you mind if I borrow that? I mean,
Yeah, sure.
if there's a cute babe in it, then.
Yeah. There's a lot of cute girls, but there's more
Exactly.
to that. It is very deep and a complicated story.
Yeah. You know my love of Mecha. You know how
Yeah.
much I love the deep story of Mecha. There's not many. Well, there are cute girls in it, but that's besides the point. Alright,
What
kid.
is what is your type anyway?
Hmm? I love a woman who can kick my ass, dude. One of these days. A woman who will
Well, I mean,
just kill me. And you're walking back as this conversation unfolds. He keeps talking. And,
why do why do I hear foreshadowing?
and, yeah. As, you guys eventually go back and you watch anime late into the night. And,
Yeah.
over the next couple of days, you guys are studying, you do some more sparring. And, eventually, it comes the time. You're at the mouth of the, you're at the bottom of the mountain. And, actually, you're not at the bottom of the mountain. You are at Shade Academy.
Alright.
And where Daz is taking you on his hover bike and taking you across the Vacuo Desert. And you're currently about to board a transport ship over to Vale.
Hmm.
As
Actually, would it be Alice though?
oh yeah,
Oh, it's
Alice.
one-
Sorry,
yeah.
Alice.
Yeah. Not yet.
All right, kid. Did you make sure to pack the parka like I told you to?
Yeah.
He's like on his knees and he has he's down on one knee and he has both of his hands on your shoulders. All right.
Yeah, I got my parka. I got my favorite shirts. I got my weapons.
Did you get the manga?
Yep.
Did you get the DVDs?
Yep.
Soap?
Yep.
Toothbrush?
Yep.
And he scratches the back of his head. Dust?
Yep.
Oh, here's something you forgot. As he reaches into his pocket and he hands you the switchblade. That is a comb.
And I guess my hair is pretty messy.
You can keep it however you want, but mostly just, remind you of home. I can style my hair just fine without it.
Thanks, Dad.
Ah, come on, you can't be saying that while I'm saying goodbye here. You're gonna make me tear up.
Hey, you said it yourself. No, wait. It's not the end. I'll come visit.
You better. And hey, whenever you get to Vale, I might come and visit. Although maybe when it's warmer.
Though you're on your own if you're gonna try to find cute babes there.
Oh, come on. You're such a cute kid. Why can't I use your charm for that? Come on, chicks dig single dads, don't they? Come on, I'm young. I'm young for someone who has a kid your age.
Yeah, he kind of thinks to himself. Sure, he kind of thinks to himself. Do I tell him what a dilf is? I don't think I should give him that power. I should not give him that power.
Oh, come on, dude. Ladies love a good dilf.
Who taught you that? Who taught you that word?
You know I can like watch anime, and I have a scroll.
Oh no. Oh no, he's learning.
Remember who got you into that anime?
Oh no. Oh no.
Like father, like son. Apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, doesn't it? And he pokes you in the ribs. Maybe you'll find a cute babe, huh? Huh?
Man.
Ah, look on your face. Oh, one last thing. And he holds up his scroll and sort of like gets you into like a headlock. Say cheese.
Cheese.
As he takes a photo of the both of you smiling there. It's like, hold on, I'll send this to you. Scroll. As he presses a couple buttons and sends it over to you.
Yeah. Yep. That's perfect. But like the moment like Dad isn't looking, he sets it to a wallpaper.
Nice. All right. I'm gonna miss you, kid.
I'm gonna miss you too, Daz.
Weird without you around.
Well, you're plenty stronger than me, so you can handle it.
Yeah, I guess so. Still gonna be weird.
Well, if you keep that booster tower up, you'll be able to call me whenever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'll
you
try
add
my
it
hardest.
I think you add it as motivation.
Yep. I make sure don't talk to strangers. You know, I'm sticking you with an old friend of mine out in Atlas as like to host you. But you know, don't give him too much trouble. Make sure to eat. Make sure to eat right. Drink enough water. Keep warm up there. You know, don't take any Atlas snobs. don't take any of their bull. All right.
Yeah, they spend so much time up in their like ivory towers. They don't know how to speak to common people. Don't worry.
And it's a good thing you'll be in Mantle though.
Yeah.
You don't be in Atlas proper. Mantle's at least all right.
Yeah. I can at least stand Mantle.
Yep. Well, anyways, I think you're about to miss your flight. As he points behind you, as like the flight attendant's like, last call, direct flight, no stop to Atlas.
So he kind of gives like a hug to Daz before using his semblance to boost himself towards to the ship.
You better practice.
I'll practice every day.
And be cool about it. As he's lost in the crowd.
And yeah.
And you board the flight, and it takes a good couple of weeks to get there. It takes like 2 weeks. Like you make stops, of course, to refuel and resupply. As you're basically going a couple continents away.
Yeah.
As you travel up the coast of Sanus, the continent which Vale and Vacu are situated on. You go up the coast of Vale, and at one point you can almost see the lights of the night lights of Vale in the distance, and eventually you head out over the ocean, refueling sometimes at some naval refueling as the transport keeps chugging along, and eventually get to Atlas, and make your way over to Mantle, and where you spend the next year learning, studying, training, building up yourself, until eventually you arrive in Vale. About a year after a lot of training. It's winter, unfortunately, so you're not escaping the cold yet, and your ship arrives at night. As you step off the pier, nearby the downtown district. Actually, this is nearby the central district. Sorry, and you see snow's falling freshly on the ground, and Yeah,
I guess.
this is actually what we're in the session for today.
Hmm.
Although I do have a prologue. I mean, an epilogue.
Hmm. What kind of music do you want for the
Tensione.
episode? That's your name?
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty. Just gotta let it build up a second there. Steph.
Mhm.
Walking along, through the streets of the Central District, all the shops seem to be closed, all the street lamps are dim, snow falling, and everyone seems to be in their homes. And you're making your way towards as you see on the horizon, beacon, the great landmark of Vale, and you see me walking through the Central District towards where the information you were provided is that there was going to be an air taxi station, 24/7 air taxi station that would take you up to Vale, where Jonathan Hayes would meet you, the headmaster of Beacon, until you start hearing something in one of the alleyways as you're passing by. Seems to be sounds of a struggle.
Yeah, like hand on beam katana. He's gonna look over.
You see some dark figures in the alleyway
Uh, Hello?
as like you hear like the struggle continue and then they stop.
Yeah, just running. Like he like draws his beam katana.
Yeah, as you stand at the end of the alleyway, um, with the snow around still falling, as you see a great big red slash in the snow, and you see a incredibly tall figure. You can immediately see that it's feminine, um, with large combat boots and a large black top hat, and a slick black coat, like sort of like a trench coat looking thing, which obscures most of the rest of this woman's form. And you see long black hair flowing down, although you can't really make out much of her face, and she's standing over a body. As here, as she takes something from the body.
In
My
sequence.
my, it seems I've been seen. As looks over to you a little bit, and you still can't really make out anything. Um, oh well, I have no qualms with you. Hope you spread the word. As
I got qualms with you, and he kind of
a-
like
as as you see with her boot, she just kicks up snow in front of you, and you grab your face in preparation, just like trying to get it out of your eyes, and then you look up and you see the figure whoosh, disappear up onto the rooftops, and they are gone.
he kind of like looks towards the body.
It is a young man, um, with who seems to be slumped down, uh, in more rural looking clothes, still
Hmm.
warm. However, there seems to have been a deliberate hole cut around the base of the spine, and it
Ooh.
is currently bleeding. And this is where she took something.
Hmm. Is he? Yeah, he's already dead, right?
Yes, this man is dead. Like, his chest is just one big red blotch as
Yeah.
there's like a trail of blood running out of his mouth, and his dead eyes just stare up at the sky.
He kind of looks at the body and looks at like his distance from Beacon. Yeah, like how far away is he from Beacon right now?
It's like a good mile just to get to the air taxi, and then from there it's still there. And
I guess he
but you do hear something behind you before you're able to react.
yeah.
As you hear like dun 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 as someone rounds the corner and someone in a in sort of like fancier clothing, winter clothing still, um, walks around and they have a cane in their hand, which seems to have a spike on the bottom, and they have the hood up and you can see there's like a newspaper boy cap on their head. Oh bloody hell! What'd you do to him? As he points the cane at you.
Wait, no, that wasn't me at all.
And he looks you up and down. I'm not covered in any blood. And he opens up his scroll and starts making a call. Yeah. Yeah, I found him. Yeah, he's in one of the alleyways. Synergistic in front of the, And he looks around. Rusty cog. Alright. And he closes it. Did you see what happened?
There was like this lady with like black hair and a trench coat, and she like took something from his spine.
And he sort of steps over. Ah, bloody hell. He was one of the backwater boys.
Backwater boys.
Nothing. But we are gonna need you to stick around here. And besides, looks like you got that beam weapon there. And those weapons certainly ain't from that beam katana. And within the next couple of minutes, you see more of these similarly dressed people in like the fancy attire. As you see a guy with a cane and a sort of ratty top hat walk over. All right. Step back here. Annabelle's on her way, and as he just looks at the body. Yeah, shit. Yeah, it's one of them, all right. Annabelle's on her way. And he looks over to you. What's your name, kid?
Steph.
All right, Steph. Name's Reggie. You saw what happened here? One of the guys told me.
Yeah, there was like this lady in a black trench coat and black hair. She.
Alright. You don't have to go into it in detail. We'll explain it once the boss gets here.
Hmm.
As he like opens up his scroll. And he waits. And you hear like a
He's-
muffled hello? Yeah. Lace. It's me, Reggie. One of the backwater boys got killed. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, we'll start right away. Alright. See you in a bit, boss. As he closes the scroll. Alright, everyone. Make sure you don't mess with the scene. We want to take photos of everything. Put a tarp above the alleyway so the snow doesn't get on it. We need to preserve everything we can here so we can get a lead. Some of the backwater boys will be coming our way to lock off the area. Make sure no prying eyes get in, or heaven forbid the cops get here. Now you, and he points the cane to you. You can just stick around while the boss gets here. We're gonna have some questions for you.
He's just kind of like thinking like, was that her semblance? Like he's trying to think of like how fast. He's basically just trying to figure out like how she moved that fast.
And it's like, hey, get this kid a chair. And that's where we'll end up the epilogue. All right. That was the session.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next session. You'll be in the fray.
Yeah. Certainly different from the volume 1 ending.
Yeah. Well, this isn't volume 1. This is volume 2.
Yeah, I know, but like like the volume 1, the post-credit scene.
Yeah. Well, technically, you're joining episode 2. So Yeah.
Like
Ha-
Mercury changing designs in between volumes, it's better ideas
yeah.
happen.
Literal concept art, 2D concept art.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Hope you liked it.
Oh, oh, I loved it.
Yeah, it's still gonna be rough around the edges. Especially since this
Yeah, because
book, I have to
tutorial.
keep looking up everything in this book, and it's just so scattered about a little bit.
Yeah.
Like some of it makes sense, some of it really doesn't. It's just like a weird organization style that they used. Um, but either way, yeah, uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Next session you'll be there. I don't know when that's gonna happen because you got to be there for it,
Yeah.
and I still got to
Whenever
write it.
necessary.
Yeah. So yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna press the button now.
Yes.
We're at 2 hours 25 minutes, nearly 2.5 hours.
Nice and short.